Hey there everybody, and welcome to the Retro Game Freak in high definition. Hello there, my name is Spencer Zickafoos, your normal host, and you are watching a review of Stormlord, let's just put it that way. This game is on the Sega Genesis. It was originally released by Razorsoft in 1990, and this game was generously donated by Donald Hondel, so thank you, Donald, for donating this, or at least letting me borrow this to review it, because it is pretty fun. Also, to see in the future is Lawnmower Man, which is a book released by Stephen King. They made a game off of it on the Sega Genesis, which I'm pretty sure that Donald will be allowing me to review pretty soon. So once again, thanks, Donald. But anyways, Stormlord is a really interesting game. One of the very weird things about Stormlord is the gigantical fairies that look like they're coming out of honey pots that link to nests in the ground or something, and they just sit there with their hair all poofed out like they're on some freaky Victoria's Secret commercial or something messed up like that. And then you have to actually jump on them to get over them, and they go, and it's just really weird. I mean, some of you freaks out there may like that. I found it to be quite disturbing. But anyways, probably the best thing you're gonna find with this game is the graphics. The graphics are really nice. You got mountains in the background, you got trees with windows, you got forests, bushes, mushrooms, poles that are lit on fire, and if you're a fan of skeletons and heavy metal, then you'll like this game. So, because even though this game doesn't have music, which is one of its downfalls, it has skulls. So, I suggest listen to heavy metal music while playing this game. Maybe it'll get you a little revved up, because this game moves kind of slow on the account of your character is slow. But one of the nice things about this game is there's little teleporters, and these little hawk type things will pick you up, and you'll be swooped off to another area, and that's just pretty nice. I mean, it's a cool feature and everything, but also what I don't like about that is how much you need to go back and forth all over. If you're a fan of the game Metroid, which I am, then you may like this game. Although Metroid seems a little more free than this game still has a lot to offer. It has tons of enemies, has mystical, mythological, demonic crud all over in it. It has skulls, it has fairies, it has demon bats, it has demon bats and eggs, it has green demons, it has blue demons, it has skeletons with their heads falling off, there's sorcerers, there's guys trying to shank you that look like alligators. You know, there's everything. There's plants that try to eat you like on Super Mario Bros. And stuff like that. But I wouldn't strongly relate this game to Super Mario Bros. Although it's a little bit like that game, it's really not a lot like it. I'd more rate it towards a cross between Metroid and maybe the Lord of the Rings. I don't know, something like that. But down at the bottom of your screen, you'll find a lot of stuff. You'll find this guy with the helmet on and a gray beard. It's like a gray face. That'll tell, and right next to that, that'll tell you how many lives you have. That's it down in the left-hand corner. Right next to that, to the right, there's a sun and a moon type thing. That's your time limit. So not only does this game take forever to beat, but it has a time limit. I have only gotten to level 2, which was even slightly better than what Donald got to, which I was surprised by, but I mean, what can I say? This game is really hard. It literally took me like half an hour to an hour to realize what my main objective is, which is collecting all the fairies in the game, not getting to some door or something, and then it took me about another half an hour to actually perform what I needed to do, even though I had already memorized the level. So that's kind of a confusing thing. But right next to the sun and the moon gauge, you got your score. It'll tell you how many points you have, you know, yada yada. Right next to that, you have your little chamber where it'll show the item that you currently have in your inventory. You can either have, at least in level 1, a key, a blue umbrella, or a honeybee pot. honey bee pots are used to get bees to go where you want, because sometimes they're in the way of where you need to step, or they're, you know, like in front of where fairies are, or things like that. The umbrellas are used for rain, protecting you from rain, because apparently you die from rain, which I really thought was kind of retarded, because, I mean, think about it. You're the Storm Lord. So you're like the Lord of the Storm. At least that's what I think you are, unless the boss at the end is a Stormlord or whatever. And rain hurts you. I mean, come on, seriously? Couldn't they have made something else like acid rain, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's acid rain. Let's just pretend that, yep, it's acid rain. But anyways, after that you have keys. Of course, what are keys for? Opening doors. I assume all you people out there use keys to open your car doors, your lockers, your house, shed, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, this game is pretty fun, I do have to admit. After you beat level 1, they give you a bonus level, if you even can beat level 1. No, I'm just kidding, you should be able to beat it, but it will take a long time. The bonus level is like, has fire underneath this brick, and there's fairies floating in bubbles going up and down. You gotta collect them, and don't let them die. And I mean, seriously, don't let them die, because that's just rude. But probably my top 2 enemies that I hate the most, that made me just want to grind this game into the ground, were the green demonic bat things. I mean, they're just giant and they swoop down at you. And then second on my list, which is really more like tied for first, is those giant eggs that drop down with these little blue bats that swarm around you and stuff, and you gotta like destroy the eggs first if you really want to progress. And then other enemies, or other obstacles, are these little gray mountains that shoot out like a little marble type rock ball thing into the air that you have to dodge, and yeah, stuff like that. So I would most likely recommend this to people who don't mind taking a long time playing games, and who like games similar to Metroid. And really, I don't think this game's very popular. I've never heard about it until Donald was like, hey, review Stormlord, and I was like, okay. So I don't know, it's not that popular, but you guys should make it more popular, everyone who's watching this video. Go buy it, you know, try it out. If you don't like it, don't blame it on me. I'm just saying, you know, you should try it out, really. But another nice thing about this game, 2 weapon options. Either hold down the B button to fire a sword, or press it repeatedly to shoot little stars that look like they're coming out of your chest, and stuff like that. But this basically wraps up the Retro Game Freak in high definition for today. So thank you, Donald Hondel, for donating this game, and thank you to all you viewers who rate, view, subscribe, and send me friend requests, and like you know, have a nice day.